Standing up, no glasses, blue shirt. We're not just one note here. Let's answer some questions, man. Am I looking pink in the camera? I feel pink. Alright, so question number 1. Why won't she text back? It's 'cause your feet stink. Maybe work on that. Why did you start your YouTube channel? My schedule freed up. With the world sort of taking a little bit of R&R. A lot of free time on my hands. I thought, why not put it to good use? Good use might be an exaggeration. Why not be productive? Start building up a bit of a portfolio as a video editor, maybe. Putting stuff out every week. Sticking to a schedule. Being disciplined. It's a culmination of all those various life skills that are important. Nowadays, it might be called life hacks, but that would be incorrect, so I figured, what the heck, we'll give it a go. Hi, I love your videos. Are there any movies you would recommend? P.S. I was your 100th follower. Hello, 100th follower, I'm Dad. I got movies that I like, but, you know, I feel like recommendations are better suited when you know the other person. If someone was allergic to vanilla cake, for instance, you wouldn't recommend they eat vanilla cake. I'm splitting hairs, this is probably annoying. Yeah, I don't know. I recommend any movie. As long as it's good. Also, why does Ariana Grande follow you? Because we put out that litty content. Please watch The Kissing Booth! That's not a question! Do you have a favorite bad film you've reviewed? I've only done like 6. Favorite of the ones I reviewed? No. I have a favorite video I put out. Actually, that's not true either. I like my latest one every week. I like the newest one that I put up. That's always my favorite. Also, how and why does Ariana Grande follow you? See above. Is screenwriting your day job? No. Yeah, screenwriting full-time can be a bit of a difficult avenue just because of the nature of the work and, you know, how much time you have to spend sort of dedicated to one film, especially. Like, if you're writing for TV, the work's more frequent. Occasionally, you might write a script, you know, just on your own, and you can submit it to festivals. Sometimes, if you have a literary agent, they'll come to you with a project or something. Maybe they know a production house that needs a script. You might do punch-ups on scripts, which is when you get brought in occasionally on other people's projects to do, like, rewrites of certain scenes or some dialogue. So, no, it's not my day job. Short answer. That went on way too long. Do you have any scripts that you want to turn into a movie? And if so, what is it about? I have a couple ideas for some features that I want to... I have a couple ideas for some features that I want to produce. When and if I get around to that remains to be seen. As far as the ideas... I don't know if I want to give those away. If using 1 condom is safe, but using 2 is unsafe, does using 3 make it safe again, or does safety steadily decrease with each additional condom? That was genius. I mean, it's genius. Would you review the movie 5 Feet Apart? I didn't dislike the movie. For the contrary, actually. Wanted to know your opinion on it. It's not on my radar as of yet. Yeah, I mean, you know, who knows? Difficult to predict at the moment, but well, you know, we're not opposed. Any advice for current screenwriting students? Outline, and then, like, don't get so caught up on the first draft. I promise you're gonna have to go back and change stuff regardless of how great you think it is. People are gonna have notes if you're selling it. I like to work from the finale backwards. If I know where the story's going, it's easier to write towards that moment. That's something that's worked for me. Leave yourself 2 weeks between the time you finish the first draft as well, before you go back and start to make revisions. That's when your sort of rose petal goggles have worn off a little bit and you can start to see where you made some errors, especially like spelling wise. They're gonna happen. It's if you're writing 95 pages and you don't make a grammatical error at any point. Are you teaching a seminar? Because I would very much like to attend. What are your favorite types of films to write? I kind of like the situations that are a bit less likely to occur. I feel like it's more fun than exploring the everyday plights. But they don't really have, it doesn't really have, none of my stuff really has like a particular genre. There's definitely elements of comedy in all of them. I don't like really doing the same thing twice. What's your favorite movie genre? Oh, it's impossible. It's like music. It's like there's a mood for them. Least favorite trope in cinema? That's a good question. It's more so like execution of the tropes. If it's too in your face, then all the tropes can be bad. When it doesn't feel necessary, then I'm a bit like, yeah, what else is on? Favorite movie, my dude? G-Force. Are there any projects you're working on right now aside from YouTube? Yes. How did you get into screenwriting? I was majoring in design and production at university, and I took an elective. I really enjoyed it because it's like by the time you finished with your efforts, there's this thing that didn't exist before. It's one of the reasons that like when I studied, I took notes. It felt like I was actually doing something. You can see like tangible progress being made. So I think I'd really like that. Yeah, and I kept doing it. Do you have a favorite soup? Mine shrimp. I like tomato. See, why was that question so easy to answer, but the other favorite questions I struggled with? Do I not value soup in movies the same? Have you had any interest in experimenting with directing or acting? Well, was my hip? Ow. I have acted. There's actually videos of it on my channel. There's the Clean, Well-Lighted Place. There Was Not Shaken, which I wrote and produced. The Midwest Test. So you can go watch those, or what you could do is go watch Nicholas Podany's Lucid series. I hope I said his last name right. He wrote, directed, produced, starred, and did the music for this mini-series that he's doing right now, all by himself. I think it's really good. Please, can you answer the confusion around your accent? So it's actually a pretty short story. Les premières 3 années de ma vie, nous avons habité en Angleterre, et puis le travail de mon père a résulté dans un déménage des États-Unis. Nous avons pensé que ça sera seulement pour 3 années, mais ça a changé. La raison pour laquelle vous pouvez entendre un peu d'un accent, c'est à cause de mes parents. Si vous parlez avec eux, pour 10 secondes. Vous allez comprendre pourquoi j'ai un accent moi-même. C'est la seule façon dans laquelle je peux expliquer en fait. As to why my brother doesn't have an accent, he's adopted. Thank you very much for watching this video. I am not good at outros.